saw your value. I chose you for a path that requires strength, patience, and faith. And that is why you have faced resistance that others around you did not understand. Those moments where you felt overlooked were not rejection, they were preparation. And those nights when you felt alone were not abandonment. There were times when I was shaping your spirit quietly. You are not behind and you are not forgotten, because I have been aligning things in ways that you could not see from your current position. Within the first part of your journey, I allowed certain losses so that you would not attach yourself to what could not carry you into what has been prepared. I saw the pain you felt and I did not ignore it. But I also knew that holding on to those things would have kept you away from what was decided for you. What you thought was being taken from you was actually being removed to make space for something that aligns with your calling. You were never meant to stay where you were comfortable, because your purpose requires movement, growth, and trust in what I have already arranged ahead of you. Pause for a moment and gently like this video as a sign that you receive what is being revealed to you. What was decided about you in heaven includes restoration, but not the kind you expected and not in the way you imagined when you were asking for relief. I am restoring your strength, your clarity, and your direction. And I am rebuilding parts of you that were worn down by disappointment. You will see that what is coming is not just a return of what was lost, but something greater that carries meaning and stability. I do not restore things halfway, and when I rebuild, it is with purpose and permanence, not temporary relief. You have wondered why certain connections ended and why some people walked away without explanation. And I am telling you now that this was also part of what was decided. Not everyone assigned to your past is meant to stand with you in your future. And holding on to them would have slowed down what I am doing in your life. I am bringing the right people into your path, those who will recognize your value and stand with you in alignment, not confusion. You are not losing people, you are being repositioned. And this is happening because of what was already established about your life. There is also a decision that was made about your voice. And that is why you have felt a growing urge to express yourself, to speak, to create, or to step forward in ways you once avoided. I placed something inside you that cannot remain hidden forever. And even when you try to ignore it, it rises again because it is connected to your purpose. What you carry is meant to reach others, to encourage, to guide, and to bring light into spaces that have been dark for too long. You are not imagining this pull, and you are not unqualified, because I am the one who placed it within you. At times, you have questioned your worth because of delays, comparing your progress to others, and feeling like you are falling behind. But that comparison does not reflect what has been decided for you. Your path has a different timing, a different structure, and a different outcome. And measuring it against others will only confuse you. I am working with details that you cannot see, and I am aligning things in ways that require patience from you. Trust that what is unfolding is not random, and that every step is connected to a greater outcome. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. There is also a decision regarding your protection. And you must understand that you have been shielded from things that could have caused deeper harm than what you experienced. Even when you felt exposed, I was covering you in ways that you could not recognize at the time. Some situations did not go as far as they could have, and some outcomes were softened because of my presence over your life. You are still here, still standing, and still moving forward because I have been guarding you even in your weakest moments. What was decided about you in heaven includes clarity, but it comes at the right moment, not always at the moment you demand it. I am leading you step by step so that when you receive the answers, you will also have the strength to walk in them without fear or confusion. There are things that have been forming beneath the surface of your life, things that you cannot see yet but are already taking shape. I have been working through circumstances, through timing, and even through people to bring those things together. You may look at your current situation and think nothing is changing. But I am telling you that movement is happening in ways that are not visible to your eyes. Trust is not built by seeing everything. It is built by believing that I am active even when the path looks still. Why are so many people saying the CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. What was decided about you also includes a season of elevation, but not the kind that feeds pride or draws you away from your purpose. This elevation is about positioning you where your influence can grow and where your presence can make a difference. I am not lifting you up so you can look down on others, but so you can reach further and carry more responsibility with wisdom. This is why I've been shaping your character first, because where I am taking you requires more than just talent or desire. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. You have been tested in ways that stretched your patience, and at times it felt like you were being pushed beyond what you could handle. Those tests were not punishment, and they were not signs that you were failing. They were part of the process that prepares you to stand steady when greater things are placed in your hands. I do not place weight on those who are not ready to carry it. And every challenge you faced has been building your capacity little by little. There were moments when you almost gave up, when the silence felt too heavy and the waiting felt endless. I was there in those moments, even when you felt alone. And I was strengthening you in ways that you could not recognize at the time. You did not break even when you felt close to it. And that is because I was holding you together. What was decided about you includes resilience. And that resilience is now becoming a foundation for what is coming next. I am also aligning your path with opportunities that match what has been placed inside you. These opportunities will not always look the way you expect, and they may come in forms that require courage to step into. Do not hesitate when you feel that inner pull, because that is often how I guide you toward what belongs to you. I do not always announce things loudly, but I make them clear to those who are willing to pay attention. There is a shift happening in your awareness, and you may already feel it in small ways. You are starting to see things differently, to understand people more clearly, and to recognize what truly matters. This is not accidental. It is part of the unfolding of what was decided about you. I am sharpening your perception so that you will not be easily misled or distracted by what does not align with your purpose. Type 222 to receive blessings. What was decided about you also includes healing, and not just in one area of your life. There are wounds that you have carried quietly, things that you have learned to live with instead of addressing. I am bringing healing into those spaces gently and steadily so that you are not weighed down by what belongs to the past. You will feel a release, a lightness that replaces the heaviness you have grown used to. You have also been protected from paths that looked good on the surface, but would have taken you away from what was meant for you. Some opportunities did not work out, and at the time it felt like loss, but it was actually direction. I was redirecting you even when it did not make sense, because I could see what was ahead on those paths. What was decided at you requires alignment, and I will not allow you to settle for something that pulls you away from it. There is something within you that is beginning to awaken more strongly, a sense of purpose that is becoming harder to ignore. You may feel it as a restlessness, a desire or a quiet knowing that you are meant for something beyond what you are currently experiencing. This is not dissatisfaction, it is awareness, and it is growing because the time to move forward is approaching. Do not push it away because it is connected to the direction I am leading you. I am also teaching you to let go of fear, especially the fear of stepping into the unknown. Fear has tried to hold you back, to keep you within limits that feel safe but restrict your growth. I am calling you out of those limits, not to leave you exposed, but to bring you into a place where you can fully walk in what was decided for you. You are not alone in this movement, and you will not be without guidance. There will be moments ahead where you will recognize that things are finally coming together in ways you did not expect. Connections will make sense, timing will feel right, and doors will open without the struggle you are used to. This is not coincidence, it is alignment, and it is the result of everything that has been unfolding behind the scenes. You will look back and see that nothing was wasted, not even the hardest parts of your journey. You will notice that things that once disturbed you will lose their hold, and situations that once confused you will become clear. This is not by accident. It is the result of what I have been building inside you for a long time. You have been growing even in the seasons where you thought nothing was happening, and that growth is now reaching a point where it can no longer stay hidden. I have been strengthening your mind, your heart, and your spirit, preparing you to carry what is coming without being shaken by it. What was decided about you requires stability, and that is why I did not rush your process. I know the exact moment when you are ready, and I am bringing you to that point, step by step. Type 555 to affirm. There are also blessings that have been held back for a specific time, not to deny you, but to protect the timing of what is meant to come into your life. If those blessings had arrived earlier, you would not have been able to receive them fully or sustain them properly. I do not release things carelessly, and I do not give you what will overwhelm you. What was decided about you includes blessings that match your readiness, and that moment is drawing closer with every step you take in trust. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You have experienced disappointment, and some of it has left marks that made you question whether good things would come to you again. I am telling you now that those disappointments do not define your future, and they do not cancel what has been decided about you. I am not limited by what has already happened, and I am not finished with your story. What you have seen so far is not the final picture. It is only a part of a much larger design. There is a renewal coming into your life. A fresh start that does not erase your past but builds upon it in a way that brings meaning and purpose. You will begin to see how even your hardest moments contributed to who you are becoming. Nothing you went through was wasted, and nothing was outside of my awareness. I have been weaving every part of your journey together, even when it felt scattered and uncertain. You will also notice that your desires are beginning to change, and this is because your heart is aligning more closely with what was decided about you. Things that once seemed important may start to lose their appeal, while other things begin to draw your attention more strongly. This shift is not random, it is guidance, and it is leading you toward what truly matters for your life. Follow that pull because it is connected to your purpose. Type 1212 to claim miracles. There are people who will come into your life at the right time, not by chance, but by design. These are individuals who will support, encourage, and walk alongside you in alignment with what I am doing in your life. You will recognize them not just by what they say, but by the peace and clarity you feel around them. What was decided about you includes these connections, and they will play a role in helping you move forward. At the same time, you may find yourself naturally distancing from certain people or environments that no longer align with where you are going. This is not something to fear, and it is not something to resist. It is part of the process of realignment, and it is necessary for you to step fully into what has been prepared for you. You are not being isolated, you are being positioned. There is also a deeper level of confidence that is beginning to grow within you, not based on external validation, but on a quiet assurance that you are on the right path. This confidence does not need approval from others, and it does not depend on circumstances. It comes from knowing that I am guiding you, and that what has been decided about you is unfolding exactly as it should. Hold on to that confidence because it will help you move forward even when things are not fully clear. You will face moments where you are required to make decisions that shape your next steps, and in those moments, I will be guiding you. Pay attention to the peace within you, because that is often how I lead you toward the right choice. I do not leave you without direction, and I do not expect you to figure everything out on your own. What was decided about you includes guidance, and I am actively providing it as you move forward. There will also be moments of confirmation. Times when you clearly see that what is happening in your life is not random. These confirmations may come through small details or through significant events, but they will carry a sense of certainty that is hard to ignore. When you experience these moments, receive them with gratitude, because they are reminders that you are aligned with what has been decided. You are stepping into a season where things will begin to make sense in ways they never have before. The confusion that once surrounded certain areas of your life will begin to lift, and you will see clearly where you are meant to go. This clarity is not something you have to force. It is something that will come naturally as you continue to trust and move forward. What was decided about you includes this clarity, and it is unfolding now. I am also strengthening your ability to remain steady even when circumstances around you shift unexpectedly. Stability is part of what you need to carry what is coming, and I am building that within you. You will not be easily shaken, and you will not be easily discouraged because your foundation is becoming stronger. This strength will serve you well as you step into the next phase of your journey. Everything that has been decided about you is connected, and every part is working together toward a greater purpose. You are not walking through disconnected events. You are moving through a carefully arranged path. Even when things feel uncertain, trust that there is order behind it and that nothing is happening without meaning. You are part of something intentional, something that has been planned with care. You have been learning how to endure even when the outcome was unclear and the direction felt uncertain. That endurance is not something small. It is part of what qualifies you to carry what is ahead. What was decided about you includes a level of responsibility that requires strength, and I have been building that strength quietly within you. You may not have noticed it fully, but you are not the same person you were before, and that change is preparing you for what is coming. Type 1010, if you trust God. There are moments ahead where you will be called to step forward without having every detail explained. And in those moments, your trust will guide you more than your understanding. I am teaching you to move with confidence, even when you cannot see the full picture. What was decided about you requires this kind of faith, because not everything can be revealed at once. I will show you what you need to know when you need to know it, and that will be enough for each step you take. Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. You've also been learning how to let go, and that has not been easy for you. There were things you held on to because they felt familiar, even when they were not right for you anymore. I have been gently guiding you away from those things, not to leave you empty, but to create space for what belongs to you. What was decided about you cannot fully enter your life if your hands are still holding on to what no longer fits. There is a quiet confidence growing within you, a steady sense that you are being led, even when you do not have all the answers. This confidence is not loud or forced. It is calm and grounded, and it comes from knowing that I am present with you. You will begin to rely on this confidence more, especially when external voices try to pull you in different directions. Stay anchored in that inner knowing, because it is part of how I guide you. I am also bringing you into a season where your efforts will begin to show results in ways that feel real and tangible. You have worked, waited, and endured, and now you will start to see movement that reflects what has been building beneath the surface. What was decided about you includes visible progress, not just internal growth. You will recognize that things are shifting and that the time of constant waiting is beginning to change. Type 222 to receive blessings. There will be opportunities placed before you that align directly with your purpose, and these opportunities will require you to step out of your comfort zone. Do not hesitate when they appear, even if they feel unfamiliar. I am not leading you into confusion. I am leading you into expansion. What was decided about you includes growth that stretches you, but also strengthens you at the same time. You have also been protected from making certain decisions that would have taken you away from this path. There were times when things did not go your way, and it felt like you were being blocked or delayed. In reality, I was redirecting you, keeping you from choices that would have complicated your journey. What was decided about you requires a clear path, and I have been guiding you toward it even when you did not understand. There is also a deeper sense of peace that is beginning to settle within you, even in the middle of uncertainty. This peace is not based on everything being perfect, but on knowing that you are not alone in what you are facing. I am with you in every step, and that presence is what allows you to remain steady. What was decided about you includes this peace, because you cannot carry your purpose if you are constantly overwhelmed. You will begin to notice that your reactions are changing, that you are not responding to situations the way you once did. Things that used to trigger fear or frustration will start to lose their power over you. This is growth, and it is a sign that you are aligning more closely with what has been decided about you. You are becoming more aware, more grounded, and more focused on what truly matters. There are also moments ahead where you will clearly see how far you have come, and those moments will bring a sense of gratitude and recognition. You will understand that even the hardest parts of your journey had a purpose, and that they contributed to who you are now. What was decided that you includes this realization because it helps you move forward with confidence and appreciation for your path. You are not being rushed, and you are not being left behind. Everything is unfolding at the right pace, even when it feels slow from your perspective. I am working with timing that takes everything into account, not just what you can see in the moment. What was decided about you is not delayed. It is being prepared, and that preparation is necessary for what is ahead. Stay close to this truth and do not let temporary feelings pull you away from it. There will be days when you feel uncertain, but those feelings do not change what has already been decided. You are moving forward even when it feels like you are standing still. Trust the process. Trust the path, and trust that I am guiding you exactly where you need to be. You are now entering a point in your journey where the unseen work I have been doing will begin to meet the visible parts of your life. This is where what was decided about you starts to feel real in a way that cannot be ignored. The waiting, the shaping, the quiet preparation will begin to connect with moments that show you clearly that something greater has been unfolding all along. Do not overlook these moments, because they are the bridge between what you believed and what you will now begin to experience. There is a strengthening taking place in your spirit that is preparing you to handle both blessing and responsibility with balance. I am not only giving to you, I am equipping you so that what you receive will not overwhelm you or lead you away from your purpose. What was decided about you includes growth that is steady and grounded, not rushed or unstable. This is why your process has been careful, because I am building something within you that will last. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You will begin to recognize that your intuition is becoming sharper. That inner sense that guides you will feel clearer and more reliable. This is part of how I communicate with you, and it is becoming stronger because you are learning to listen. What was decided about you includes guidance that is personal and direct, not distant or unclear. Pay attention to what you feel in moments of decision, because I am leading you through that quiet awareness. Why is the government trying so hard to hide this 7-second brain ritual? A major CIA leak has exposed a short brain practice that is helping ordinary people clear debt and welcome wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning financial struggles into better lives. New homes, vehicles, and vacations are becoming possible. But this secret could be pulled down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There are also doors that will open without the struggle you once experienced, and this will feel different from what you are used to. You have known what it feels like to push, to strive, and to try to force things to happen. What is coming will not require that kind of effort, because it will be aligned with what has already been decided. When something is meant for you, it will come with a sense of ease that confirms its place in your life. You have carried burdens that were never meant to stay with you, and I am now lifting those weights so you can move forward without being held back. Some of those burdens came from past experiences, and some came from expectations that were placed on you by others. What was decided about you does not include carrying unnecessary weight, and I am releasing you from what no longer belongs. You will feel lighter, clearer, and more focused as this happens. Type 555 to affirm. There is also a restoration happening in your confidence, a rebuilding of your belief in yourself and in what you are